Crash has a lot of people wondering, though, about runaway truck ramps. One day after the crash, a man caught video of a truck using one of those runaway ramps further up I-70. Our Steve Staeger set out to learn how often those ramps are used, and he learned quite a bit about what happens after a truck makes that choice.
Yeah, as I came out of Eisenhower Tunnel, I saw the truck's brakes were smoking pretty bad.
Jesse Terrell says this scene was even more frightening after what he saw on the news a day earlier.
Wow, I really hope that nothing bad happens.
And then that truck made the right move.
Kudos to that guy because he did a great job of maintaining control.
He used the runaway truck ramp.
30 years of living here in Colorado, I've never seen one used.
It's tough to nail down a number of just how often trucks use these ramps.
All winter this year, we've probably had 2.
Steve Carver owns Big Steve Towing in Gypsum and is part of a rotation with CSP to help get these trucks off the ramps.
An average on just getting one that goes and hits a runaway ramp, normally you can look at approximately 4 hours. You're probably going to look in the neighborhood maybe of $2,500.
Big Steve says the cost goes up if the wreck is bigger.
We have had them go up the ramp and out the top and roll over.
CDOT built 14 of these runaway truck ramps in the state, and today they could only tell us the data for one of them. This ramp near Mount Vernon, the one the trucker in last week's crash is accused of passing. CDOT says 9 trucks have used that ramp since 2016. Big Steve says it's a problem that could be avoided if truckers just got to know the terrain a bit better.
And once they get going too fast and get their brakes hot, there's no stopping them.
So call around to truck repair companies up in the mountains today. One thing struck me. One mechanic told me he's surprised more truckers don't use these ramps just by the sheer amount of brake problems he gets called to fix each day. Kyle, if you were wondering how the tow truck gets the truck off of one of those big hill ramps, Big Steve, who's also the mayor of Gypsum, told me there are usually some parallel roads that go up there, and they kind of go up the side and try to grab it and get it from the top and take it down those parallel roadways.
Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have even known that.
Yeah.
We mentioned earlier this week, Steve, that state, like CSP, is not going to fine somebody if they use that ramp properly, but you are going to have a bill for a tow company.
Yeah, and likely that tow company is going to impound the truck. And like Big Steve said, $2,500. He says it's been up to $4,000 in some cases. It depends on how much it can take. He's also had some that take 2 to 2.5 days to get off the top of one of those ramps.
Oh, all right. Medium, Steve. Thank you.